Alright, welcome back, Civilization 7. We're still here with Xerxes. We're trying to finish this up here. We're in exploration now, as Mongols. We had a very, excuse me, a very successful antiquity age. I think that might be one of the best antiquities I've had in a while, probably at all, actually. We accomplished a lot, knocked out 2 civs, and functionally knocked out a third. We're just going to finish them off right now as Mongols, and then we're gonna probably just chill and build up our actual empire. Currently, we're perfectly at the settlement cap, which is fine. The problem, excuse me, the problem is we're gonna have to go one over to deal with his one city that he has. We could also just raise it, so maybe that's what we'll do. That said, let me turn on military objective here. So yeah, we had a very good age. Like I said, we captured, I think, 10 plus cities. Overall, we kind of dominated everything we fought, which, I mean, I wouldn't say is surprising. I think Persia is very good at doing that. I just was not expecting it to happen, myself at least. So yeah, we'll keep sending everybody down. I could probably buy a couple units in some spots down here, some of these cities closer, just because we might need it for, you know, what's going on. So that said, we are going to buy... Coursers are just better, so I guess we're going to buy a courser there. And then we're going to buy probably another courser. Yeah, we'll buy another courser. These guys can go here. Here we're going to buy, yet again, another courser. So the reason we want to strike Tecumseh now is we don't want him to put down any more cities and remain in the game. We just want to take him out now. And then again, if we take him out, apart from colonization from other players on the other continents that are out there, or other continent rather, we'll have this entire place to ourselves, this entire continent. So I mean, we'll be able to do whatever we want. Which, for military, we obviously want to build nukes. That's like the main thing, I believe. So, you know, we'll deal with that when the time comes. But that's obviously going to be pretty straightforward and easy to develop if we're the only ones that have to do anything here. Looks like we're going to probably take some early losses to Tecumseh, unfortunately. These guys don't... None of these army commanders have anybody in them. I'm kind of confused. That sounds really bad, but... kind of confused as to their purpose. There's like one, I think, that has dudes in it. So all these can go over. That's the one with dudes in it, I'm pretty sure. So let's buy another courser here. Let's go over here and buy another courser. All of our cities are happy, by the way. I was expecting to have to deal with the negative happiness, but that did not come up, fortunately. So we kind of just get to free range deal with whatever here. We have to go this way because there's that like little trap there with all the mountains. So if we can get Tecumseh, his city there, without really having to worry about too much or dealing with too much, I think it's not a terrible idea to then maybe try to put down another city or two once we hit a cap up. I'm probably not going to fight who's ever on the other continents unless they go to war with me and I just have to defend. I just don't see it being advantageous to try to deal with them when, you know, I basically have a whole region of the world at my disposal. If I'm just the only one here, so there's no point in going out of my way to deal with anything else. Buy a courser there. I'm just gonna let this guy heal. I genuinely don't understand the purpose of those army commanders, so we're just not gonna really overthink it. Looks like we lost our swordsman that was there. Kind of unfortunate. I might not be able to take this city, actually. The fact that we have more army commanders that... excuse me, more army commanders that don't have anything in them, rather than having dudes in them, is kind of bad. Because, as you can see, you know, we have a bunch of horses and all that, but outside of that, we don't really have a big military presence right now. At least not like we did going into the flip with... Persia, you know, so I don't know. We'll have to just see. We will have to just see. And then eventually we'll start turning our towns into cities, but because of the little boost giving us 3 gold per town, I think it's not a terrible idea to just leave them there and not fuck with it. At least not yet. Put those guys to sleep. Send that up there. Send that there. Send that there. Alright, we have some extra gold. That's cool. So we'll probably use that to buy yet another courser. I think that's probably just correct, all things considered, because, you know, it's extra dudes that are pretty strong. It's our strongest unit, I believe, that we can have right now. So having a couple more of them is probably not a bad thing. I'm going to buy it right here. That should be enough to take over the city. The worst case scenario would be him settling another one, but he's still at 1 of 8, and I don't see a settler. And I doubt, given the pressure he's under right now, at least, he's going to make a settler. We'll see, though. He very well could, and I could just be completely wrong, but I just don't see that being what happens here. But, again, I could just be wrong, so we will, at the end of the day, just have to see. He does have walls, so that's going to be kind of annoying to have to deal with. There's our swordsman on the way. Well, rather, our army commander with our swordsman. There's another batch of swordsmen, another courser, another group of swordsmen. Gonna buy out another courser. So the thing that's bad about buying all these dudes is I don't think it's gonna take that many to take his city. But the upside is that I might just go disperse these independent people or something, because they're just gonna be annoying and in the way. Once, you know, we're dealt with, or once we've dealt with what's left of Tecumseh. For whatever it's worth, by the way, he went with the Shawnee, which, of course, I believe is his actual, you know, like, his historic group. I did not comm what everybody was beforehand, and unfortunately, we are way past the point to see. I actually was expecting those coursers to have some difficulty hitting the city. That's not the case, though, so that's cool. Alright, here we're just going to go research initiative. I'm going to leave those unassigned for their little boost. Send that down. Send these guys down. That should be enough to kill that. Excellent. Let's hit this. Let's hit this. So that's the walls down. Now we just have to kill the dude that's there. And yeah, like I said, we're probably not even going to need the rest of these coursers. That might have been a bit of a bad call on my end, buying all of them and going a little bit overboard with it. But, I mean, it's fine. It's better to be safe than sorry, of course, so, you know. I'm going to try to beat up these little city-states, and maybe Roma just got blasted. Maybe, you know, do something with them. Now that we're here, we might as well upgrade this into a city, and we're just going to start building our little buildings there. Send this guy down. Let's unpack this. Can't attack right away, unfortunately, but it's okay. Just turn that over. That. And I'm going to keep sending this horse over that way. I mean, these guys probably won't be able to do it on their own, but, I mean, it's something, I guess, just to have them do. That should kill the army commander, so we can move them there. And yeah, this is going pretty smooth. Cartography is what we're going to pick up now. The only thing I'm concerned with is because of our strong emphasis last age and last episode on wanting to produce units and take over everything, we don't really have, like, science buildings. We don't really have an actual, like, economy going, right? We're ahead of Tecumseh, but not even really by a lot. So 2 civs that have been on the other side of the world, not fighting and not, like, at war with each other, will probably have will be better off, at least, than we are. So that's something to just keep in mind, is that while we're, you know, probably going to knock out Tecumseh here and, you know, all of that, we're technically probably not actually, like, drastically ahead. And that's somewhat bad, I would say. because, you know, there's a chance that, like, some other Civ finds us and it's, like, Franklin with 1,000,000 science, and, you know, he's got way more, 100 more science, or 200 more science, or maybe even 300 more science than what we have, and he's just got way more, like, advanced units than we have. Which shouldn't be a problem, right? It's not, like, gonna lose us the game, but it's just something to keep in mind as something that could be problematic. I will not accept that, I'm sorry. I actually think I want to befriend these guys because they're a science city-state, so we're gonna do that. So let's see here. So, put these guys in the water. These guys will kill them. Actually, that might not kill them. Yeah, that will have to kill them. We'll hit that. We'll hit that. We're going to skip the upgrade there. I mean, I guess we can send them up there. So they have probably 2 more turns of existing, which means that after that period's up, I'm going to put this guy to sleep. After that period's up, we will be able to start actually focusing on our infrastructure and everything, like we've wanted to do for a little bit now. And that'll actually be the thing that'll put us over bar to be able to do that. Anybody that gets left over from this, we're going to keep for whatever reason we may need them, but we're not going to, like, worry too much about it. We're going to go with the plus gold. We actually don't have a policy slot, kind of unlucky. And let's just hit this courser. This is the final unit for them. This might be enough to take it over, question mark? There we go. And there is Tecumseh gone. So, as we talked about... whatever, we'll keep it. We'll be 1 over cap. What could go wrong? +1 settlement limit. There we go. Alright, so now we're just going to move everybody out of... There you go. Now we're going to move everybody out of the way. We're going to heal up everybody, and then we're just going to start suiting up army commanders here that we have. We have 1,000,000 of them as well. And we're just going to leave them wherever around the map, because, you know, there's really no benefit to not. You know, we just have 1,000,000 dudes kind of everywhere, so... Making sure that everybody heals up and is just kind of sitting there waiting to be unpacked into a conflict is not going to be a terrible idea. I'm just going to put these guys to sleep. So yeah, so now we're going to buy a new city right here, it looks like. And let's just pick up these ones, as we usually do. Going to go with some extra gold there. That almost makes it positive. So we're going to heal up the cog there, and then we're going to go right into trying to find the other civs, or the other continents, see who the other civs are. Again, we have full control over this continent, so it's not like it really matters, but, you know, it could. Put that there, I guess. Heal you up. Send that there. This guy can get in there. This guy can start healing, this guy can start healing, this guy can start healing, this guy can start healing. Alright. Very good. This can grow. We're going to pick up the tile here. This is just a 1, so we're going to pick up the saw pit there. This city actually, or sorry, this town can turn into a city, which we're going to do. And that's a 1 right there. So this courser's on full, so we're going to set him up in there. This one's healing, excellent. This guy's on full, so we're going to set him in there. Guy's on full, so we're going to put him in there. And let's send out our cog. I want to start from, like, the middle over here. Usually there's some islands in here, and, you know, finding those will obviously prevent us from taking a bunch of unnecessary damage, so, you know, we don't just lose our guys for nothing, basically, or our ship, rather, for nothing. Our only ship, for that matter, although we can buy another one. Pick up a happiness tile. Up here we're going to pick up a happiness tile. I don't think Wharf is actually reasonable to build there just because of the negative it's going to provide. The same goes there. And given how we're technically behind in happiness in Parsa, it's just not worth it. We need a bit more to upgrade all of these, so we're just going to pass over on them. This guy's gonna chill here for a little bit, so let's load this guy up. So this guy's full. So now we're just gonna put him like right there and then put him to sleep. This guy is not quite full yet. This guy's gonna start healing. And yeah, now we can probably send the boat out. Looks like there might be like some kind of continent there that we can touch, and if that's the case, that's huge. Where is this city-state that's aggressive? No clue. Alright, that's fine. There's a rough seas penalty, unfortunately. We're gonna have to eat that no matter what. We'll go with the 1 here. Again, it's nothing insane, but, I mean, it's better than going 2 negative in happiness. Let's send this army commander that's full here, and now we'll put him to sleep. And that's exactly what we want to do with the others now. Make sure they're full, and then put them to sleep in our territory. This guy is now full, and he is already asleep. Excellent. This one we're just going to put here, suit them up, and then we'll put those guys to sleep. Yes, there was a coast there. So that means that we're going to find the, like, little island here, so we don't have to worry about the extra damage that we're taking. So this guy's full, and we're just going to put him to sleep right there. Put this guy to sleep and heal. Alright. So we're at 7 happiness there, so we're going to build this stonecutter, and then we're going to build the 1 building. Of course, it's a volcano. Always the volcanoes, remember that. I believe this will be this guy full, right? Nope, it'll be done when he's there. Excellent. And now we're going to put him to sleep and just have him heal. There's another thing we can pick up there, too. So we're going to go stonecutter first, and then we'll go with the Orvo. Or Orto, I guess is what it's called, I believe, in this. But in Age of Empires, I believe it's called Orvo. I'm not sure which of those is the actual, like, historic name. It could be either, but... yeah, it's Orvo in Age of Empires 4. Alright, cool. Kind of forgot that was the Great Barrier Reef city. Okay, so we actually can buy 2 of these to cities now as well. So there's our first one. We will flip this to a urban district. And then this one, Argos, will be our next one just because it came up. Same thing, little production buildings first. So yeah, I mean, we're kind of catching up to where we should be in terms of our resource output. Not ideally where I would like to be, admittedly, but I mean, it's better than just being GG's out of the game. I'll put that guy to sleep there. So we're still technically over our settlement cap until the 1 thingy finishes. Once that finishes, then we'll worry about going to other places. Or rather, settling other towns. I'll probably put one maybe in the middle there. Here, I think we just pick up the horse tile, or rather the sheep tile. No, it is a horse, my bad. We're going to go with science. There should be a free technology, which is what we're going to take. We get machinery, which is a little unlucky, as that's the one we were working on, but I mean, it's better than, you know, getting nothing free out of it. We want to go with inn, or the thing that's going to give us an inn, rather, just because it's extra happiness. So these are the island chain right here. There's more than likely going to be a little bit of a ways until we get to the actual island that's, you know, chilling there where the other people are. Because these are just going to be mini islands, yes, exactly. So it's going to be like right in here. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the map now. It's going to be right here where the cursor is. Another fucking volcano, dude, I tell you. Yeah, we're going to go with the non-happiness reduction on the production buildings because, you know, those are just better, obviously, to get out now. Now we can go with an observatory just because we have a little bit of happiness to spare. I'd like to meet somebody else, too, over here, which might not happen. We might actually die, I think, before that matters. Going to be a little bit unlucky. We're going to actually head over right here and turn this into a city, and then we're also going to see if I cannot buy a cog, so we're going to instead have it produce one. That was a different city, but we're going to have it produce one because we want to be able to explore, and we kind of, you know, fucked up just a little bit there. Put down a sawmill. Put down a sawmill. We will overbuild the chicken. Here we'll take the little 1 happiness tile. We unlocked France for the modern age. I still don't know what modern age civ I actually want to go as. There's a couple different options. I actually don't know if we can send anything over that ocean tile. That's really bad, actually. What's likely going to happen here is we're going to want to go from the top instead now, because there's just no way that this right here is we're gonna live this, right? This is a 7 ocean tile thing that's gonna kill just about anything that we have. Even if the landmass is right there, like beyond what we see, it doesn't matter. Go with the extra gold. Unfortunately, we don't have another policy slot, but that's okay. Go sawmill here. Repair the fishing boat. Put this guy to sleep. We just have 1 million of them. Yeah, see, like, it's there, and it's 2 turns away even then from being hit, or from hitting it, rather. So I don't think we can navigate that just yet. We actually have a ton of happiness now in this city, so let's put down the wharf. I think that's a safe bet to do. We can pick up our 1 here. 2 happiness there. So 2 turns, we're going to get our next cog, and we're just going to go back into, like I said, going from the top now instead of the bottom. So we have 1 happiness we're going to be able to spare here, so we're going to put that down. Again, I want to meet somebody to be able to try to start like a happiness festival and stuff like that, but unfortunately we're not able to get to the new world just yet. Put down a brickyard. We'll skip those. There's no point in assigning them just yet. So yeah, we're gonna go this way and then just follow these islands up until we find one that's a little bit closer to the coast over here. I'm sure there's bound to be one, so I mean, there's no reason to play a bit too greedy. We'll just go research initiative. There's nothing else to put down. We have 8 happiness to work with, so we're gonna put down an observatory. And again, another big thing about wiping everybody out when we did was that now we just have a whole island to ourselves, giant island to ourselves. Nobody else is going to settle near us, nobody else is going to be declaring war on us, we're just going to be able to do whatever we want up here. Okay, I kind of missed out on that. That was really bad. We don't have money, so Roma is probably going to fall. Vilnius, I don't even know where they are. What can I do to prevent that? I actually don't think I can do anything, so we're just gonna probably have to let that go. It sucks to say that, but I just think that's the case. I can't buy anybody to step up and try to stop it. Even then, I don't know if that would matter. So, yeah. We're gonna lose yet another city because I just was not paying attention to everything. I mean, I guess we're not technically out yet. If I can, like... There's the 9-2. If I can put anything in here to defend it for a turn or 2, then that's a chance that it'll matter. Like, I can buy this scout, right? So, I mean, that's something. And then let's head down here to... I believe it's this group. Yes. How many turns is it going to take for them to get up there? 9. I mean, we're probably going to lose the city before then, but optimistically speaking, we can try to hold on. Go with observatory after the observatory we're going to go with the inn. Here we're going to go observatory 13, so we're going to go observatory. I mean, I should probably be like, you know what I mean, making a dude there to try to defend this, but you know, I mean, they've given up their attack by the looks of it, so that's a big plus for us. Another observatory. A little bit away from turning that into a thingy. Let's head over there real quick. Can we buy any jimmies? Yes, we can. So there's a courser. That's going to be able to deal with the fucking guys there next turn, hopefully. So we're not going to have to worry about it. This is a really weird island mass. Not really effective, which is a little bit unlucky. Stonecutter. Keep checking that out. We just fucked that guy up. Okay, so the upside here is this wasn't another playthrough where I lost one of my cities to some random fucking free people that just decided to beat it up out of nowhere. Anybody who has seen the Machiavelli playthrough might remember that that happened. We, unfortunately, were not paying attention and lost one of our cities to the exact same thing happening. In this case, though, we managed to salvage Roma, so that's a plus. Like we talked about, we need to find an island that's closer. Although maybe going from the left would have just been better, but it doesn't really matter. Not right now, at least. Alright, let's buy a cog, because we're going to go from the left now. Put down the inn. Put down another inn. I honestly just want to find them to try to maybe influence them or something. This is actually kind of unreal. There's so many Jimmies here. Keep heading up here. Another volcano eruption. It's always the fucking volcanoes. Always the natural disasters, I swear. Like, I just repaired that, I'm pretty sure. Can't turn that into a city just yet. Beat that guy up. There we go. Alright, let's befriend them. And yeah, we're just going to make it be 15 turns. Now we just have to hold our ground until that turns over. We don't have to worry about them dealing with us after that, or trying to deal with us, rather, after that. So, that'll be fine. It just keeps going off, dude. That's like 6 turns in a row that fucking thing is blown up. Put down the Orvo thingy. Observatory, of course. We're gonna overbuild for the 5. It's better, of course, than overbuilding for a 4. I'm just gonna put him to sleep. Heal this guy. Heal that guy. Heal this guy, and heal this guy. So, I could look to try to... Oh, our boat dies. Oof, that's rough. I could look to try to... find, like, a resource, a treasure resource, and go that path. Might not be terrible, although... At this point, I'm not even really sure if it would matter. I just realized we're at 40% on age turnover, too, already. That is unbelievable. We are zooming through exploration. By comparison, to go back to what we were kind of talking about, we are actually behind Harriet Tubman, right? We spent so much time dealing with everybody else on our continent, so we wouldn't have to deal with them later, that we kind of fell... I wouldn't say very far behind, but we definitely fell behind, and that's kind of rough, all things considered, because, you know, you'd think that we were ahead, but we're technically not ahead. That said, we're gonna buy Roma into a city and start rebuilding that. Let's close that window. So Vilnius probably has like 3-4 more turns before they just stop attacking us, and then we'll eventually have them seized, which will be great. Get that done and out of the way. Put this down first. Go Stonecutter down here. Just gonna keep turning over ages. Next turn we can turn another town into a city. No special projects to do, no wonders to do, which is, I mean, it's unlucky. I'm not too happy with not having anything else to do, but at the same time, I mean, it's not a big deal. Let's go Observatory. So, excuse me, we're going to try to do a military victory, or what I believe is an ideology victory for modern, but at the same time, I believe having science obviously is not terrible, because I think you need to, there's Serpent Mound. I believe you need to have, obviously, decent science to be able to get to the point that you're able to make nukes in the first place, so, you know, wasting, in brackets, wasting time on that is not really being wasted. It is kind of unfortunate that we don't have really anything else to build wonder-wise, because it's basically just free, like, you know, income things that we're not going to have to deal with, or worry about dealing with, rather, so it's kind of unfortunate that that we don't have those is something we can do, but it's fine. I'm just gonna buy the repair here because I just don't care. I'm also gonna buy the sawmill. Gonna have to repair that Orvo too, and that volcano continuously erupts. Gonna be a pain in the ass, but it's alright. We'll just suit this guy into the thingy, and now it looks like Vilnius is happy with us, actually, so we're not even gonna have to worry about them anymore. I take that back. They're not happy with us currently. One more turn. So we'll just fortify them. And yeah, I guess it's time to send this boat out. Okay, it looks like we found an island or something up there. That's exactly what we wanted to do earlier, because that just means that our guys are actually going to be able to live. Very cool. Even if this is just more islands, then it doesn't matter, because, you know, it's exactly what we wanted. We're just going to go research. Okay, and there's our last player, Confucius. Excellent. So that is exactly everybody that should be left in this game. Confucius of Ming and Harriet Tubman of Songhai. Of course, I believe Confucius will go for China once the age turns over, and Harriet Tubman should go America. I still, like I said, haven't really decided mentally what I want to go next. It's probably going to be something, although I don't know what outside of that. I know we unlocked France, and I don't think I've played as France yet, so that's something I could do. We'll have to see. We'll just put them to sleep. Honestly, like, now that we know who the last person is and we have all this, like, scoped out, it really doesn't matter that we go out of our way to see. For what it's worth, as we can see, we're technically ahead in... No, we're behind in science and behind in culture to both of them. Culture, we're behind both of them. Gold income, we're technically behind too. Confucius only has 7 cities. They might have had, like, a war or something at some point, and she took over some things from him because he is just way behind. Pick this +7 up. It seems pretty good. Pick up the tile there. Yeah, we can take a shipyard. I think it's fine. The happiness loss won't be too insane. Pass everything over. I'm just going to heal these guys up before I have them continue on their way. Just try to get the outline of the continent. The rest doesn't really matter. We're going to go militaristic here as our point that we pick up. Another Orvo. So something to note is, despite the fact that we have a million, like, Orvos that are coming out, we actually don't have a ton of money, like, over par that I would like. We're going to go with the settlement limit. It doesn't really matter right now, but we could settle another city if we wanted to, or a town, rather, if we wanted to, so that's something to keep in mind. So the first thing I want to do, actually, is start influencing these guys. So it's at 15 turns. Let's just make it 10. We're going to take the 4 tile. We're also going to take the culture. I actually would have liked to have supported that. Kind of unlucky. A little bit of a punish for not doing that first. We'll take the 6 shipyard. Let's head down. There's Mount Fuji. There's a ton of world wonders in this game. There's whatever that was, Mount Fuji and the Great Barrier Reef. That's a lot of buildings here. Or world wonders, sorry. That said, can I make a wonder? No. Awesome. So Parsa is exactly even, so we're just going to produce culture, I guess, here. Here we're going to go with a 4-2 inn. Here we're going to go with a shipyard, then an observatory in Roma. And yeah, we're just going to scout the entire coast. Scout the entire coast, and then worry about whatever after the fact. We'll take a gold boost. Still don't have any policies that I can put down, which is kind of unfortunate. We're overbuilding for an 8 on our sawmill. That definitely seems worth it. So I know for the objective we have to capture settlements, but the problem is that I just don't see that as being like a worthwhile venture for me. Like, because the nearest settlement is on an island, like, it's just going to be so rough to actually beat, or to try to beat. I mean, I guess I still should make the effort because, you know, we're not going to be able to turn over and all that unless I do it, so I guess we can start sending everybody to that island and see what we can do. I am going to make this a city while I'm here. Start with an observatory. You as well. We'll just go brickyard first for you. So yeah, I mean, like I was just saying, like, it's just gonna be rough to try to take that because I don't see it, like, actually happening or mattering. I mean, only time's gonna tell, I guess, but it's just, I don't see that being a city we're gonna get. I mean, we might be able to take it, I guess, and that would be perfectly fine. What happened here? Okay, well, because I can't see the city, I couldn't tell you what actually happened there. At first, I thought it was just a an overflow, but that's definitely not what it was. Or not an overflow, but a thingy, so that's definitely not the case. What's also going to suck here, too, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is that she's going to get +5 war support against me, which is really bad. But, I mean, all we have to do is take one city. So, I mean, it's hopefully not going to be bad. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here or why I can't see. There we go. I mean, they're happy, so it's not that. I think it was just something went wrong and maybe the squall line blew up on them or something. Send all these guys over here. And yeah, I mean, we're gonna declare war on her now. I mean, it just sucks, but in order to progress our victory condition, this is what we have to do. Yeah, she's at +4 against us. That is, of course, really bad. The upside, though, is that if she doesn't have anything and we just get to take it, maybe we'll get it with the cog. That would actually be decent, so I would be happy with that outcome. -7 happiness. Excellent. -11 happiness. Excellent. Yeah, we'll just go culture. -8. That's really bad. We're also at -5 on war support now, of course. Very bad. We need to try to get this done quickly and relatively fast, because I don't foresee us having a good time with the way our happiness is right now. I'm going to take the extra gold. I think that's just much more worth it. I don't know if which one we go there matters, so we'll just go with that. -8 happiness, -2. I mean, it's just really bad. The temple's actually a good pickup for us, though. It's going to allow us to mitigate some of the minus happiness that we have right now. -6 war support, by the way. So again, the best case scenario here is that we take the city and then can just, like, relatively quickly end this war that we have. Because obviously we don't even really want to be a part of it. We're only doing it to try to get the city for our victory condition. So, you know, if I can capture it before really anything comes to matter, that's, like, the best case scenario. She might hit, like, -7, or give us -7 or something, and that would be... I mean, that would be very bad, but again, the hope is that this turns over before that ever comes up. Or rather, we win this before it ever comes up. -11 happiness. Oof. Alright, let's put down our 5 temple. I'll just put it here. I'll take 2 happiness from that. What's going on here? That is actually very bad. We might not be able to do anything about their minus at the moment. 5-2 seems decent. It's a 7 temple. -21 happiness on Parsa. Jesus Christ. That is very gross. What's even more gross is actually that she got a unit there, so that will be able to defend for much longer than I would like. For temple. I mean, we're just, like, way behind happiness every fucking where. Jesus Christ. It is, like, really bad. Roma is like the one city that's remained happy this entire time. They're completely disconnected from everything going on everywhere else. They're living their best lives. Finally get a religion. We're gonna go just a religion because it doesn't matter. Let's go. Because we picked that up, it's probably not a bad idea to try to influence the one, to be honest. Also, I just realized we're at +3 gold per turn. How the mighty have fallen. Alright, so that's the city district done. Which means now all we have to do is physically kill the crossbowman that's in there, and we'll be good. Problem is, I don't know how well that's going to go, given how we're actually getting fucked up. So the real question is it worth it to put us to -6 instead of -7? I think it's better than being at -7, so yeah, I'm going to go with that. Repair our sawmill. We're going to lose our boat probably right here by the looks of it, which is bad. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, we didn't lose the boat. That's big. Alright, let's get these jimmies here. They'll be able to invade pretty soon. The second we get this city, we need to just try to stop the war. If she'll stop the war. Because it's just terrible, right? We get no benefit now. And our cities are so unhappy because of it that we just cannot keep fighting it. I don't think I can put that down. A blizzard or something over there. Now we are not getting any gold per turn. Very big. Okay. There we go. I will keep that. She will reject that. Woof. I'm just gonna try to... I can't even give it back to her. That's kind of bad. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to try to hold on here, for dear life. As we are way back behind everywhere. I mean, any of these seem alright. I'm just gonna go with the commander, gets a free level. It's actually really good, to be honest, given how I have 1,000,000 commanders out, but I just don't care enough to level them up. I'm too lazy, so that part's not gonna matter. So the fact that we won that city is kind of good. It leads me to want to, like, pursue this conflict a little bit more. But, like, I really don't want to. Like, I really would just like to stop fighting and try to, you know, lick my wounds, so to speak, and finish keeping our... or trying, rather, to keep our cities not in 1,000,000 deficit in terms of happiness. But, you know, that's where we're at right now, I guess. Go cultural. Can I get you to agree to a festival? No, you are not even able to start one with me. Excellent. Gonna go cultural festival here. We're technically, again, positive with happiness in Roma, so that's a plus. I don't know where I got this knight from. That just kind of spawned there. And I take it, but not sure where that came from. Is this healing? Did I do the correct order? I believe I did. Okay, we are probably going to get diffed pretty heavily here, but that's okay. Remember, our objective is just to have them stop fighting us. We want it to end. Yeah, we'll overbuild there. And I'll take the 2 happiness. Alright, let's unpack you. And we have a lot of dudes here, as we can see. It's a very large sum of soldiers. The only objective is to try to get them to stop fighting. Or we are probably fucked. So we need to do our best here to try to win over somewhere, maybe beat them and maybe like come close to taking a city just to get them to stop. I mean, I expect to get utterly decimated there, so... I mean, anything is technically a plus, but, you know. We'll go culture. I still cannot repair the temple. -6 gold per turn. I mean, at least that little deficit there is going to go down once we lose more units, so that's a plus. Having all these guys die is technically a positive. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, that's fine. Repair that. Like, we're surprisingly not too far behind in some of these spots. It's just there's some spots where we are drastically far behind. Alright, sweet. Alright, cool. We've hit the 0, let's go. No longer behind or losing money per turn. That's a bonus. Let's head this way. So 62 on age turnover means that, again, we get probably another 40, 50 turns. So, you know, a big reason that I'm big on keeping an eye on that, and I talk a lot about that, is it gives you essentially how much you can do and how much longer you have to do things with the current age. In this case, again, you know, we have we have probably 40 turns or so to do whatever else we want to set up for our last age here. Whether that ends up being good or bad. I'm going to chase that knight. Do you think she would accept peace now? No. Aksum. So, I believe that she would have started as Aksum. That makes sense to my brain. So, it would have been Harriet Tubman of Aksum. I don't know about what Confucius would start as, though. We'll go there. And yeah, we just gotta move all our jimmies along the way. So, the other option is, like, we can try to hit this city here. To be honest with you, given the position that I'm in right now, I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's, like, probably the best way I can get her to stop, and, you know, if I get the city out of it, then obviously that's a big plus, so we'll see. I should have taken happiness, actually, but the science was probably better. That's going to be the happiness tile, pretty straightforward here. Yeah. Yes. I will supposedly overbuild. That seems fine. Our happiness is just still so far behind. I'm glad this got finished, honestly, because I was just about to say that I want to send that over to this fight. Because, you know, it'll be obviously a very beneficial unit to try to hit the city with, so I'm glad that it's already done, so I don't even have to think about it. I'm going to keep all these army commanders here, because they technically soak up hits, so that's cool. That's about, I think, all they're good for. I don't know. I don't mind army commanders. I get their premise, but to me, sometimes they seem useless. Mongols just has a million, so I mean, take that piece of information how you will. So, like, right here... Right, I guess I have to do all this first. But right here, we're just going to dive them, so I mean... Now we're at -7. Very good. I still cannot repair this temple. A former Egyptian building, too. Very unlucky that they don't exist anymore. Unlucky for them, of course. I mean, I don't even know. I'm just going to heal them up. I guess I can turn these guys over. These guys can hit the city and do basically nothing with it, but it's still something. I guess I turn them over. These guys can heal. So these knights are like the last bit of line of defense that I have to worry about from her. In that regard, the city might actually become mine by that metric. If we can maybe like do something about this group of knights here. Because this boat's going to get to hit the city on repeat for a bit, so, you know. I guess I just go medieval walls now. There's no point in doing the 2 research things. How are we looking over here? I mean, right now, I guess we're not in bad shape. This looks like a turnover, though, on everybody. I'm gonna put this guy to sleep to heal. It seems decent. Yes, that's what I was talking about. So, like, the knights just hit the guy there. So he just ate up a free hit, basically, that would have gone to somebody else. So, might get the city, and if I get the city, hopefully she just fucking stops. I mean, I doubt it, but, you know. We can dream, right? Okay. I will hit that. Alright. So this is where we're at right now. I mean, it's, again, not terrible, but it's also not, like, the best position. I don't think she's going to send any other guys here to help this, which means we should be getting this city. I mean, there's an army commander actually on the way. I don't know if there's anybody in him either, but if he's packed with people, then that's going to be a problem, but we'll see. Yeah, we're just going to go back to medieval walls, I guess. Keep repairing everything. Here we'll go with the Orvo. Here we'll go with, I guess, just walls again. Oh, this one's actually happy now, I just realized. They're not at a negative anymore. I just cannot repair that temple for some reason, GG. I mean, yeah, they're at 9, so I'm just going to go with the shipyard here. It seems like a fine pickup. I'm going to have this guy heal up because that's probably our best unit, so, you know, we want to be able to have that on full strength just to be able to fight. That said, actually, let's move him out of the way and then have him heal up. That way we have room for other people to do whatever they've got to do here. Oh, great. That's really bad. Like, that's just awful. Another night means we're probably not going to get that city, so... Yeah, I don't know. Keep building our walls. Ooh, excuse me. We just don't hit it at all. We do no damage to it. Alright, maybe she'll be friendly now. What if I give her the one city back? Will she just stop? Okay, she will. Alright, we'll take that. Hopefully that stops, like, just absolutely destroying our happiness. So now we're just going to heal everybody up. That was one of the worst wars I think I have fought in a while in this game. At all, actually, probably in this game. And one of the worst Civ wars I've fought, maybe ever. Next to, like, that Vietnam war that I fought, where we literally did nothing the entire match. But all of our civs are immediately happy again, our cities are immediately happy again, so now we're back on track. I'm gonna take the free money. Like, we lose points towards the victory condition, but, like, at this point, it just doesn't matter. Why don't we swap to... we'll just go with that. I've got to pick up education for it, so we'll worry about that once we pick up education. We'll start working our way there once we finish up what we're doing now. 25 happiness in Roma. It was at like 5 because of her. Just keep that in your mind. That's how badly she fucks up happiness in wars. That's just insane. You just cannot fight her. Like it's you just cannot do it. It is not possible. Let's go observatory here. Over here, we're gonna go... I guess we can do dungeon. What's wrong with that? Some production plus some influence. We need some influence right now, I think. I still am gonna keep trying. Yeah, it's just not gonna let me. GG. 34 happiness, by the way. Again, it just shows how badly she wrecks your happiness. So there should be 2 army commanders over there, so we're just gonna send them that way. So it looks like we lost an army commander as well as some other dudes. And we got nothing out of that, like, in hindsight. Like, we took the one city, we had to give it back, and then functionally got nothing out of it. Other than losing a decent amount of our military. Which is rough, but, I mean, I guess it's the price you pay of thinking that you can take cities from Harriet Tubman. Over there. Yeah, so that guy can still be, like, fully suited up. I think we just want to go culture here. Pick up some production. We're still at 34, so I mean, we're going to go with another dungeon. This guy can get sucked up now. I believe... Okay, so that one's full. Great. The big volcano. Alright, load him up. We'll send this one over here, just so it's away. Go with colonialism. Seems alright. Heal up this guy. Like, maybe we should have upgraded our dudes before we went out to fight this, but, like, it just doesn't matter. I genuinely just don't think it matters. Where is education? Oh, it's guilds. I never grabbed guilds, huh? Repair that. Pick up the 5-2. I think I just pick up the 5 gold here. We're still kind of at a negative in terms of gold, but that's okay. Uh, 5-2 can go up there. 5-2 can go up there. Let's repair this sawmill. Pop down another dungeon right there. And I guess we can go a bridge. That seems fine. Put down a bazaar. Send those guys over there. They're just gonna chill there for the rest of eternity. I think here it's time to just go back into culture. I could go walls, but like it just doesn't really matter right now, I don't think. And I'm not facing like really any threat from anybody, so there it doesn't matter. Another Orvo. Put that guy to sleep. So 30% for age turnover, to be honest with you, we're just not gonna get any boosts or anything like that. I mean, it sucks to say that, but it's fucking volcano, man. But it's just not gonna happen, right? Any opportunity that we would have had for it has passed with us having to probably give up the... Well, not even probably, it probably passed when we had to give up the war with Harriet Tubman, which of course is bad, but I mean, that's how it is. In terms of income, we are the lowest out of the 3 that remain in the game. That's not good. We've got to sit here and just try to build up our economy and our resources before things go badly. The only upside is that because we didn't lose anything but some units, like, we're not going to be, like, we didn't lose a city to her, we're not going to be, like, down in that regard. It's just that we're down in the sense that we lost what is, like, what, 3 units and then an army commander or something, so it's bad, but it's not terribly bad, where I would just say, like, we can't come back from that. We just can't fight her ever again in any other playthrough that I do. It's just not where it's at. Just can't do it. Pop in a guild hall here. Yeah, we'll overbuild. I think that seems fine. Alright, cool. And then he'll go to sleep there. Actually, I guess I can have him go to sleep on one of the army commanders. Same thing. We'll pop in a guild hall over here. I mean, yeah, this is actually a fine spot to put a specialist, I suppose. Because of the negatives here, we're just going to go into medieval walls. And that was our first specialist for the science path, which, again, I mean, we're not going to probably even come close to it, but even trying is probably not terrible. If we get halfway, you know, that's still better than not starting it, so, you know, it's something to work away at. Alright. 73 doesn't give us a lot of wiggle room, though. Admittedly, we don't really have a lot of wiggle room anyway. We're kind of just fucked. I think we got a little too ambitious. Well, to be honest, like, we technically, when it comes to what we did on our continent here, I think that was just the best case scenario. Like, we took over everybody. We didn't really have any problems doing it. And, you know, going into this age, really, we just had everything at our grasp. But they were just better off, I think, because they did not have any conflict, if I had to guess. At first, I figured they might have fought just because of Confucius's position, but I wonder if, once I see what their side of the thing, like, the world looks like, she might have just settled more than he did, and that's why he looks behind. I mean, he has 7 out of 10, and she has 13. But maybe not, though. Again, we'll see. It looks like she settled around him, though, on the coast, at least, so that very well could be the reason. I mean, that's a good tile. It's a good start. Can pick up a guild hall here. So we have a decent number of influence now. That's kind of good. So let's head over here. I should have done this a little while ago. Let's incorporate these guys, and then once we get more influence, we're going to try to incorporate Vilnius, probably, or just whatever other city-states close. Because at this point, the more cities we have, probably the better. And usually that translates to that fucking volcano. Usually that translates to better income, so, you know. In our case, it kind of hasn't, but that's besides the point. Put all these walls down. Just make sure that we will probably never have to deal with any form of siege against our cities, and if we do, we'll have all the time in the world to make up for it. So here, I'm just gonna go with that. What's that? 10 happiness temple. Wait. Medieval walls. So we can do university now, but, like, at the moment, none of the cities where it's going to matter. Well, I'm not going to put it in any of the cities where it's just not going to matter, rather, so. Yeah, I mean, we'll go trade winds even though we don't have imported resources. Cannot put down the university there, unfortunately. Can put one in here, though. I will just overbuild. It seems fine. Due to the happiness of this, we're just going to pick up the 2 there. We will put down a 7 university in Roma. And a 5 over here. It seems pretty good. It looks like the thing is finally not on fire. Nice, the river blew up again. Awesome. Can put down a university over here. Gonna be an 8. That's a big one. Let's just repair everything that the river fucked up. Continue with our walls in the other cities. I mean, now we're kind of not bad. I mean, we're behind in culture and behind in science, but at least we're catching up, so that's a plus, I guess. We're catching up. That's the big keyword here, but once we catch up, then we'll be fine. And we'll take the 2 happiness. Repair this boat over here. Repair the walls. More walls. Love the walls. I think I can get away with a university over here. Can I get you to do... No. That is okay, though. So the one thing we're going to do here... Befriend them, and then once we get the points, we'll incorporate Vilnius. Actually, no, I lied. We're going to go with the one that's right next to our empire. That seems much better, now that I'm thinking about it. Go the food tile. I don't see a downside there. Cannot zoom out any further. GG. What is going on here? Okay, Orvo. Repair. Yeah, we're just going to go with walls. There's no reason to do the other thingy, because we're just going to go negative happiness. There is education tier 2 picked up. Excellent. We'll go with the +1 gold on gold buildings coming up next. I mean, again, we're technically not starving for gold, though. We're starving for happiness more than anything else, just to be able to put down everything we want. But, I mean, gold very well could lead to more happiness, so we'll just have to take it as it comes. They put a city there. Cool. Alright, you can go to sleep then. A dust storm. So we have 16% before it turns over. We're definitely... like bottom position probably going into modern. That's something that we're gonna have to make up for, like, heavily. I don't know. I really don't know what we're gonna do to make up that, like, negative that we have, but we're gonna have to make it up. So we're gonna go with the 5, and then, like we were just talking about with, like, purchasing stuff, we're gonna buy this university. Keep up walls over here. Alright, you go there. Go to sleep. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to be not the favorite. I'm just going to have to do whatever I can to try to salvage this modern. Maybe leave myself to my own devices, hopefully. Not have... I mean, like, I think her bonus is only when people declare wars on you. I can read it here, right? All wars declared against you. So yeah, so basically if she declares a war on me, she's not going to get the benefit. So we won't have to worry about her having +5. We'll just have to deal with whatever influence we have and, you know, try to balance it out that way. Let's incorporate you guys. We can make this a city. And let's start repairing stuff. It looks like we just had a dust storm or something over there. 10% till turnover, though, is kind of bad. There's a happiness on happiness buildings. I must have overlooked that earlier. That's obviously going to be really big. That'll give us enough happiness to play with kind of whatever we want towards the end of this age. Maybe buy out a couple buildings or something. 5% now on turnover. 4 is really bad. That gives us almost no wiggle room to do really anything. We're going to buy this university, though. And then I guess we can just go with a grist mill. So because of the happiness bonus coming in here really quickly, or soon rather, we're going to put down some stuff that requires more happiness because the tax is going to be fine in the long term, that is. Repair all of these. Before, like, once everything gets repaired, there's a chance we get the opportunity to, you know, do something, maybe build something or whatever, buy something there, so keep our eye on that. Alrighty. This tile seems fine. This tile seems fine. Don't have a lot of turns left, so we kind of just have to think about whatever we want here. I mean, I'll go with that. That might be able to let me pick up a menagerie, like, last minute. Again, buy one or two, maybe. We'll put down a university over here. Repair the stone cutter, and then we're going right into a university over there. I'm just going to keep doing walls and Roma. Go with this armory. I believe the boost that we just got to happiness was a policy slot. This city never got upgraded either, this town. Unlucky. Which is bad in the sense that we have to apply said policy slot, but it's alright in the sense that it just doesn't matter, right? We're fine right now. Even if we fall too far in happiness, then we're just going to have age turnover, so that's fine. I just realized we're technically behind settlement limit, which is surprising, but we are. That's a 9 university coming out. 4 turns should be enough. So we have 3 on turnover. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to take it as it goes. I don't think that we're going to get much more done other than what we have here. And even if I buy stuff, I don't know if it's going to matter. So we're just going to let it kind of go as it is. I'm just going to repair all these buildings. Maybe get some more walls up if I can. Randomly get a pikeman last second. Awesome possum, right on time. Now we're at 2%. So yeah, so before... I don't think this is going to finish in time. So before turnover happens, I'm going to look and see what we're looking like in terms of score. Because we're going to have to make up a lot of like space that we've lost. I mean, that's kind of known or obvious or whatever, but the question is how badly are we going to have to make stuff up? Or make it up, rather. Because it's feeling like we're going to have to, like, really focus on just straight up rushing for nukes and then detonating them. that's where we're at. Or what it feels like we're going to be at. I'll go that. I mean, that's fine, I think, because if that finishes, it probably won't, but if it finishes, then that means that we're going to be able to get a relic, which will boost our next age, of course, so that's cool. All these menageries going down are really big for us right now. Going to be big happiness buildings. I'll do research, because if I can get one more to that, then, you know, we'll be able to get there. Probably 2 turns now till turnover. Slam that menagerie that won't get finished. I probably can't afford it, I'm guessing, because it's just not there. So we'll buy a temple. Okay, so there's 100%. Oh, it just turns over and I'm not going to be able to look. That's unlucky. Well, yeah, let's set up next age, and that'll be that. So, we unlocked 6. We can do France, Russia, Siam, Mughal, Prussia, or Qin. So I've done Qing before. That was in the Machiavelli playthrough, I believe. I haven't done Prussia. I haven't done France. I mean, I haven't done any of these, right? I think I did Great Britain and Qing as my 2 that I've done. So I'm feeling Russia just because cultural scientific, because that seems pretty decent. So we're going to do Russia.
The Velikaya Dusha, the great Russian soul, emerges upon the world with its unquenchable appetite for knowledge, poetry, and conquest.
That hurts. Yeah, that was really rough. We kind of got fucked a little bit. It's all right though. We can try to make it up. I'm not gonna do any of my like setup here like I usually do. Just realized she put a city like right here. Awesome possum. So we're not gonna do any of the setup we normally do. The only thing I want to look at is we're on par in gold, we're just behind in science, and we're way behind in. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody for hanging out uh, and watching this playthrough. Uh, Next episode will be out soon, and we're gonna try to finish off this modern age. But until then, see everybody later.